Okay. Thank you, Mr. Stradom K. Masithatha ixesha ukuthi sinqokole no Brandon Yates, our sports presenter, to talk about the latest youth sports. Of course, the Olympics are now done, so we can now refocus again on our youngsters, the future.
Yes.
Wade van
Hopefully they've been inspired.
The future Blitzbokke and all those kind of people to come.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about first the lesser-known sports.
Yes.
SA Schools rowing is also now on the calendar.
So right now the World Junior Rowing Championships are happening in Rotterdam, and like you said, hopefully, after the Olympics, hopefully a lot of our South African youths are being inspired by the performances of Caster Semenya and Wade van Niekerk. And so far, so good. The best performing South African team so far at that championships is definitely the men's four, who are through to the semi-finals, and that's happening today. So we're wishing them the best of luck there.
Nice one, lads.
And then there's some water polo happening internationally as well. The SA Schools under-18 men's water polo team just left South Africa yesterday, and they're competing in the World Championships in Montenegro, and that starts today. And they're taking on Spain, Egypt, and Japan and Australia.
Tough competition.
So they've got very tough competition.
Big boys, huh? How far till we get? Water polo guys,
they're huge.
Till we get to like Olympic kind of qualifying status, do you think is it growing at a fast enough rate? Water polo?
I think it is growing at quite a fast rate, but because it's quite far behind the likes of rugby and cricket and soccer, whereas you get countries like Serbia and Hungary where water polo is actually their national sport. So I think it's going to take quite a while for us to get there, but our juniors usually do quite well. This is a competition we've actually won before, so best of luck to South Africa.
All right, let's talk squash.
Yeah, so we were seeded 17th in the under-18 World Squash Championships, and that happened last week, and we actually managed to finish 12th, and we beat the likes of Switzerland, Germany, Malaysia, and Argentina. So our squash players actually performed a lot better than that was expected of them.
I'm liking this improvement that we're seeing all across the board in the sporting fields of South Africa. Let's get into the rugby. Of course, you all want to know about the rugby.
Our bread and butter, absolutely. We've got a couple of fixtures that are happening this weekend, very exciting, and fixtures with a lot of history as well. First up, Bishops versus Rondebosch. Doesn't get much bigger than that. 100-year-old fixture, so that'll be great to watch. So there'll be some fantastic bruising rugby happening there. And then moving just outside of the Western Cape, we've got Brackenfell taking on Tygerberg, and then bringing it back to Cape Town, Wynberg versus Sax, another fixture that has plenty of history. That'll also be fantastic. And then the Beeld final, that is between Grasfontein and EG Janssen, and that's also happening this weekend. So
and it's not boer in die noorde van die land.
Absolutely.
There we go.
All right. That'll be good to watch as well.
So those are the matches of the weekend, right?
Yes.
What about the players to watch? I mean,
Austin Davids, the Grasfontein fly half, he scored 17 points in that Beeld final, semi-final. So he's definitely the guy to watch going into that Beeld final. And he played for the SAA Schools team that was undefeated in the recent tour against Europe. So he's definitely the guy to watch going into this weekend.
So Austin Davids.
Austin Davids, that's the man to watch.
Keep that in mind. You might want to print that on your shirt while you still have the chance to do it at a cheap rate. Thank you very much, Brandon. Always lovely to have you here. All right, well, let's explore some golden Olympic moments with Leanne.